Hey there, eh? Welcome to a journey through the unique relationship between two of the world's closest neighbors. Let's talk about America's hat. Canada. This vast country to the north isn't just a neighbor, it's a partner in countless ways. We're talking about the US and Canada, two countries joined at the hip, or at least at the world's longest undefended border. They're like siblings, really. This border stretches over 5,500 miles, encompassing diverse landscapes and communities. They share a continent, a love for hockey, though Canadians might argue they're more passionate about it, and a history of mostly friendly relations. From the ice rinks to the historical battlegrounds, their stories are intertwined. Economically, they're practically joined at the ATM. The financial ties between these two nations are deep and complex, with billions of dollars crossing the border every day. The US is Canada's biggest trading partner, and Canada returns the favor, coming in second for the US. This trade relationship is a cornerstone of both economies. Think about it. Cars, lumber, syrup, the good stuff, all flowing back and forth like a maple-flavored river of commerce. These goods are essential to industries and consumers on both sides. This isn't just about numbers, it's about jobs, businesses, and people's livelihoods on both sides of that very long border. From factory workers to small business owners, the economic interdependence is palpable. But even in the best families, things get a little complicated. Disagreements and negotiations are part of the deal, whether it's about trade policies or environmental concerns. And in this case, the complication comes with a side of poutine and a hefty toll booth bill. Cultural exchanges and border regulations add layers to this intricate relationship. Despite the complexities, the bond between the US and Canada remains strong. They share not just a border, but a commitment to cooperation and mutual respect. From joint environmental efforts to shared cultural festivals, these neighbors continue to find common ground. So, next time you think of Canada, remember it's more than just America's hat. It's a partner, a friend, and a vital part of the North American story. Here's to neighbors by geography and partners by necessity. Picture this. You're driving to Alaska, maybe to see a moose, or finally understand the whole Sarah Palin thing. The former governor who put Alaska on the map for many Americans. You're cruising through British Columbia, the beautiful Canadian province, when bam, toll booth. But this isn't your grandma's nickel and dime toll. No, this is a serious toll, the kind that makes you double-check your wallet. This is British Columbia saying, hey America, you want to use our roads to get to your own state? It's gonna cost you. And not just a little bit, but a significant amount. We're talking about tolls on goods heading to Alaska, a move so bold it would make a hockey enforcer blush. Imagine the logistics companies scratching their heads, recalculating their costs. Now Canada loves America and all, but even Canadians have their limits. They're friendly, but they also know when to stand their ground. This toll plan is basically Canada dropping a stack of politely worded invoices on Uncle Sam's doorstep, with a smile, of course, saying, remember all those trade agreements you sorta ignored? Yeah, about that. It's time to pay up, and we're not talking about small change here. This is a reminder that even friendly neighbors have their boundaries. So, why is Canada suddenly channeling its inner toll booth operator? Well, let's just say America hasn't exactly been the best economic neighbor lately. Remember that whole trade war thing? Tariffs on steel, aluminum? Yeah, turns out those America First policies have consequences. And sometimes those consequences involve making it slightly more expensive to ship a washing machine to Juneau. Canada's not alone in feeling the pinch. Mexico, the other member of the North American Trade Agreement, NAFTA, sibling club, has also felt the burn. Suddenly, that whole United Front thing seems about as solid as a hockey player's front teeth. The last frontier feels the squeeze. Okay, so Canada's a little miffed, and they're taking it out on America's wallet, specifically the wallet of anyone who wants to buy stuff in Alaska. This means that the cost of living in Alaska, which is already high due to its remote location, is getting even higher. But what does that actually mean for the average Alaskan? For starters, everyday items that people in the lower 48 states take for granted are becoming luxury goods in Alaska. Well, imagine your online shopping habit, but with a hefty border crossing surcharge. Every click to buy now comes with a moment of hesitation, as Alaskans brace themselves for the added costs. That new snowblower you need? More expensive. And in a place where snow is a part of daily life for many months of the year, this isn't just an inconvenience, it's a necessity that's now harder to afford. Those salmon fillets you were gonna order? Pricier. Even the local delicacies that Alaskans pride themselves on are not immune to these price hikes. And it's not just consumers feeling the pain. Small businesses, which are the backbone of many Alaskan communities, are struggling to keep their shelves stocked and their prices competitive. Businesses in Alaska, already dealing with the joys of running a business in, Alaska, are now facing higher costs for everything. From inventory to shipping, every aspect of their operations is being squeezed. Remember, Alaska relies on that highway going through Canada for a lot of its supplies. This means that any disruption or added cost at the border has a ripple effect throughout the entire state, impacting both individuals and businesses alike. You've got mail, orders. Trump fires back. Now, you didn't think America was just going to take this lying down, did you? Enter then-President Trump, a man who never met a tweet he didn't like or a trade war he didn't want to escalate. Trump, never one to mince words, basically said, "Not cool, Canada. Not cool." He slapped back with the very creatively named Economic Stabilization Tariff Response Act. It was basically the trade war equivalent of sticking your tongue out and saying, "I'm not touching you." Except, in this case, touching involved tariffs, and everyone involved ended up getting hurt. Can't we all just get along and also trade stuff? So, we've got Canada and the US, two countries that usually get along, locked in a trade-fueled battle of wills. Who wins? Well, nobody really. When trade gets caught in the crossfire, everyone loses. Businesses struggle, prices go up, and consumers end up paying the price, literally. The thing is, Canada and the US need each other. They're like those couples who fight all the time, but deep down, they know they're in it for the long haul. In diplomacy, we trust, hopefully. So, what's the solution? Well, it's not more tariffs, that's for sure. What's needed is a good old-fashioned dose of diplomacy. Remember those trade agreements we talked about? The ones that are supposed to make sure everyone plays fair? Yeah, those need to be revisited, revised, and maybe even given a whole new lease on life. Canada and the US need to sit down, preferably with some poutine and maybe a plate of nachos, and hash things out, because at the end of the day, they're neighbors, they're partners, and they're stuck with each other. Might as well make the best of it, eh?